The whole world I wait for this. I make the beat drop off.
Yo, 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 yo.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, nice and decent people. Good morning from me to you. Listen, you have no divine right to win a final, but get me to a final, damn it. Now, modern day NBA fans, well, I mean, not say modern day NBA fans, the old school NBA fans ain't having it. They ain't into the cup thing, the midseason tournament. But if you follow football and you like to see football turn into other sports and all that shit, the Emirates NBA Cup. Sound familiar? Sound like the Emirates FA Cup and the New York Knicks, my New York Knicks, are in the final, damn it. Tonight in Vegas, the New York Knicks could end their trophy drive, and I'm here for it. Get us to a goddamn final, Mike Woodson. Now, I am glad, I'm over the moon that the San Antonio Spurs, Spursy, actually beat the Oklahoma City Thunder in their Western bracket, because I didn't want to see no parts of the Thunder. I'm not gonna lie, because we can't beat them, man. I wouldn't be fussed because it's a one-off game, but in the NBA Finals, no, we can't beat them. They're just too goddamn good. Even Mike Woodson will tell you we can't beat them, man. However, a one-off game in Vegas, Cat can catch a fire tonight. We can actually probably beat Wemby and them, man, to an NBA trophy, and I'm here for it. So the New York Knicks are there, and I'm loving it. I mean, those old McDonald's commercials. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Now, imagine the Knicks do like a double, win the NBA title and the NBA Cup. Oh shit. That would let me down for the summer to come along, and then Arsenal do something. But we'll talk about that, because as you can see in the thumbnail, there's more news floating around the spaces of Gabrielle back in training. Kai's coming back soon, and everyone is over the moon. We're back, guys. We're back, guys. And most of the sensible people are saying, "Don't you guys see what? Oh shit! Don't you guys see what the hell's going on here?" First, it was January, then it was late December, and he could be back. No. He's being rushed back, and we don't want that. This short-term gain is going to cost us a lot of long-term pain in the end if we don't take care of these players. Like, do we not learn? Now, pardon my manners before I got a little too excited there. Started to talk about my New York Knicks in the final tonight. Big up to everyone locked in. The early bird, that is Bluebird. Big up. Everyone is blessed. The BX Gunner. The BX Gunner is in the building saying, "What's good, y'all? So, bro, hope you're good. Hope you are blessed." Smash the goddamn like button, BX Gunner says. Dre says, "What's your confidence level in Arteta with all these injuries?" Zero, my friend. Absolute zero, because he's the one who caused these injuries in the first place, my friend. You know, one will have you believe that we are unlucky and that the football gods hate us and these injuries are just freak accidents and freak of nature. No. Nope. It's not a coincidence that guys who we call for that are being ran into the ground, guys who are playing too many minutes, are the ones that are being injured. And who is next? We hope that it's not, but we see number 41 and number 12 running in the red. and we're calling for it. But it's very difficult to say these things from this side of the fence when we're top of the Premier League because we get a lot of pushback. In spite of all that, we're top of the league. And why you think that is? Super make a tell. Zero, Dre. Absolute zero confidence that he can do anything with these injuries because I do believe he is the one that is causing said injuries. Big up to Wahaha, a resident Man United ambassador. Hope you are well, my friend. Some dappings going round this Tuesday morning. There was a good Harry squad yesterday. Canton and Semia were stuttering and mumbling. Who was grilling them? Who was good? Don't tell me Sophie was doing the grilling. Sophie? Or was that Claire in disguise? Big up to Claire. But yeah, big up that BX I am gonna check that out. I'm actually gonna download it because I fly today. Today I fly to Atlanta. I fly to the East Coast this evening. So I'm gonna be in Atlanta. I'm gonna be in North Carolina for a couple days and New York for the rest of the trip. So yeah, East Coast trip loading. That's why I'm streaming a bit early today so I can get some errands done and then go straight to SeaTac Airport and fly into Hartsfield Jackson International, the busiest airport in the world. So today might be a crazy one. I may be able to get a streaming from the airport lounge, the Delta Lounge. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's loud and crazy, but it is a very busy airport. And this time of year, you know what the business is. So I'm trying to get ahead of the Christmas rush by flying a week early, and I'm trying to avoid the New Year's rush by coming back a week late. So you will not see me in this studio in my office until at least January 5th. And for that, I do apologize. But the laptop will be coming with me on the road. It will be. But the mic, the monitor, the soundboard will not. So the shows might be a little, but we build it as we fly it and we move. A big up to all of yous. Sophie's grilling it. Okay, I can't. No, I gotta go see that. Hey, Sophie, you owe BX Gunner some money for free promo on Muckler, but I'm definitely gonna watch that because she does have that in her sometimes. When Kevin Campbell used to be on there, Super Kev was ultra positive. It was her and Potts versus Kev and Judges, But big up to Claire, man. Not really talking, but your hoodie is so nice. You're far too kind, Claire. It's the New York Knicks. We are back. Later on tonight, going through the airport, I could be either happy or everyone could be laughing at me if we get punched up by the San Antonio Spurs. Big up. Oh, yeah. Switching from you and Matt, we are blessed today. Oh, yeah, the Southern Gooner is on. Listen, I can't deliver a sermon like Matt. Matt is a DSGB, a down south Georgia boy. And when they get the preaching, they get it. They get it in. So the Invisible Man, yeah, he told us yesterday that he was gonna go in on Yokerez just being on the pitch, just like a cone. But I definitely will be checking that out. It looks like it's a long stream, like well over 2 hours. So maybe that could help me during my flight time. But big up for that, Mark. Big up, my guy. Socials. What the media guys stuttering at real questions they've never planned for. Slideshow podcasters. And this is what I want to see. Not that I want to see Mikhail embarrassed in public. I hate to see people get embarrassed and taken a Mickey out of, right? But I do believe in accountability. I don't believe that you should just be up there and sit up there and take a fool out of an entire fan base. Now, I did see something last night with this guy. I forgot his name. He was on screen on Sky Sports with Ornstein from The Athletic, but this guy was from The Sun. And that guy is like he watches base gooners. I don't say bottom gooners. I say the base gooners. Top gooners, base. It's like he watches this side of the fence because the words that was coming out of his mouth is like he had just finished watching an episode of Shane Gooner, Northside, Aaron Talks Arsenal, Views on Sport, etc., etc. I don't even want to throw myself in there. My channel is nowhere near those levels. But essentially, he was saying the same thing we have been saying about Declan Rice, Timber, being ran into the ground, and he's literally said almost verbatim what we said about Benjamin White coming back from injury and playing all those games leading up to his injury. Like, had to give him a break in there. Christian Norgard was a perfect patch-up player that you threw in the back line. We know what you were trying to do, but the legs just wasn't there for Benjamin White, and no one was surprised. So when I see them starting to put their fit, not some anonymous article or some tweet from a burner account, when they go on television and put their face to those words, of course they make it sound very benign and nice. They don't. The delivery isn't as rough and raw as it is from us because we are Arsenal fans. They're not, right? We come across very angry at them. So they deliver it in a much better way, much professional way. But the message was still the same. Why are Arsenal getting all these injuries, and why isn't he taking a step back and have some duty of care for these players? If he's saying that, then obviously the editors are allowing it to go over the airways because we know there's power at this club. We know that some people in the media can't say certain things about this manager, about the club. We already know about the guy, number 5 from last year, that was protected. He was protected by the club. I don't care what anyone says, because he was under investigation for how long? And on June 30th, his contract expired. July 1st, he's arrested. So his protection expired when he was no longer an Arsenal player. That's power. No one can tell me anything. That's not coincidence. He was being protected by the club. So there are certain people, certain levels that can only say certain things. So when I see them get on TV now and they're talking about why all these injuries are happening and Arteta cannot keep running these players into the ground, smoke, whenever there's smoke, there was fire. Yes, man, early day today, got a flight to catch in a little bit, so to get some content in. The people know that I will be packing up the studio, heading on the road for about 3 weeks. I'd like to see the man. I said I'd like to see the manager pull a hamstring. Yeah, it's maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe his ass needs to go out there and train and be like, yeah, maybe these guys are doing too much running at my direction. Because I'm not gonna buy the unfortunate. No. If someone gets kicked during the game, rolls an ankle, that's unfortunate. Right? When Odegaard fell on his damn shoulder, that's unfortunate. Right? But when 3 of your 4 center backs are out to muscular injuries, your wingers are out to muscular injuries and hammies. It's when Declan Rice pulled up against Crystal Palace for a calf and has gotten I got 90 minutes of rest. So far it's been 90 minutes. Goes on international duty, play heavy minutes. Like, it's no coincidence, bro. These players must be cared for. Baltimore was bailed by the club 7 times. Brother, I didn't even know this. Because I didn't even care to go into that type of detail. It was just, it's black and white for me. You did this, fuck you, got locked up. That's what it is. But anyone who believes that it was a coincidence that the day his contract expired, the protection expired with it, is not being honest. Off to New York via Atlanta, East Coast trip. Yes, sir. Flying into Atlanta. Big up to Dre. Big up, man. I said, hope you're good, my G, even though you tried to hit us with that cheeky 3 points is 3 points fuckery yesterday. Still fuming, blood. To this day, that we got points at Anfield. Furious to this day that we had to scrape by Wolverhampton Wanderers at home, a team with less points than a triangle has sides. That is nasty work. Big up to the assembled in the building. Now, big up to Ahaha still. Yesterday, I predicted you to lose 3-1. But you gave us the most exciting game of the weekend, an 8-goal thriller at Old Trafford. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but I thought it was a good game of football. But it's you never want to see your team lose a lead 3 times, right? Because I think you were ahead 3 times in a game. We went ahead 1-0. They equalized, and it was 2-1. And they went 3-2, and then you had them 4-3, and yes, and they could have won it at the end there. I didn't watch enough of it to have any kind of tactical analysis, but I know I saw 4 goals, 8 goals. I saw like 4 of them, and it wasn't a meltdown, so to speak, but I didn't think he would beat Bournemouth. But United have scored 4 goals in back-to-back games, so the attack is starting to click. I wish our attack starts to click. I wish our attack clicks while our defenders get back at the expense. I hope our defenders get back in spite of the Arteta attacks that he's putting on their legs. And then maybe I will start to have some chest again. But Dre asked earlier how much confidence that I have in Arteta with all these injuries, and it's a big fat 0. I do not, no confidence in him. Big up to Terrell. Hope you're good, my G. Stay blessed. I am mad. Same story versus Forest. Second half capitulation. Yeah, fair play. That was a wicked free kick from Bruno, though. Cunha took his finish well. I didn't see the Casemiro goal or the other goal. Big up, man. Big up to you, bro. Delta Airlines, right? I'm pretty sure there are direct flights to New York with LS. So Delta has a couple of hubs. Delta hub at JFK is one of the hubs. SeaTac Airport here is one of the hubs. Atlanta is the main hub, the busiest airport in all of the world. And Salt Lake City is one of their hubs, and Detroit. I may be missing one, but they have all those hubs. So yes, direct flight from hub to hub is usually cheaper. But the United Airlines, their hub is in Chicago O'Hare. American Airlines hubs are Dallas, Fort Worth, Miami International, JFK as well, and some other ones that I may be missing. But yes, I am flying Delta as I am a Sky Miles member. Big up to Kwaja, man. Manager's an idiot. He suddenly started playing Heaven, who is so not ready. Yeah. But what are the alternatives? Because Martinez is just getting back from injury, yeah? Let just me have a quick glance at the lineup yesterday. I do United content. I do have to respect the fact that Waha comes through and support the channel every day. And as a Man United supporter, his team is relevant to us. Shit. Malacia and Fredrickson are the only other 2 defenders on the bench. I know you don't rate Dorgu, but I guess you need a couple more center backs, my G. Be that as it may, but one thing I do like about Bruno is that he take risk. You see this clip that's floating around on the on Facebook of the African brother saying, "Odegaard, that's the ball." Caress is running. The African brother, I think he's in the Nigerian, but I don't want to, But the African dude is saying, "Pass the ball, Odegaard, I beg. Odegaard, I beg. Pass the ball." Gyökeres is running. He's looking. He's like, "Now, motherfucker. Now, any day now." He switches. He's looking. Odegaard dribbles the ball all the way down to make a wing pass, only to make Gyökeres look like a dickhead. Bruno doesn't do that. If that was Bruno with the ball and he sees Gyökeres running, he is. The thing is, only knock against Bruno, Odegaard was actually looking, and he saw Bruno don't be looking. Bruno just be hoofing it. But at least he tries to break the lines. That's what I want my attacking midfielder, whether he's an 8, playing 10, or just an out-and-out 10. Break the lines. You're going to give the ball away. I don't care. The thing, what I don't like about Bruno is the whining and the whinging and the rolling around and the shit, but he does to break the lines. And I respect that. He is not cowardly with the ball. These safe passes, no. Bruno, he gives the ball. That's going to happen. Menu and Bruno for their first goal were so out of position. We might as well have a couple of shrubs out there. Yeah, the defense did look janky for the goals. I'm not gonna lie. Not play 5 at the back is one option. He's not gonna. I will not change. That's his style, isn't it? The Carabao Semi-Final Cup draw will take place live on Sky Sports following the conclusion of the quarterfinals between Newcastle and Fulham. That's tomorrow, yeah, because Chelsea plays today, right? So Chelsea are in a semi-final, people. So for all intents and purposes, Chelsea are two wins away from winning a trophy, and we must get to that semi-final. Who do I want to win that? Newcastle or Fulham? Yeah, give us Fulham. I'm not doing the we need revenge on Newcastle shit for last year. Nope. I don't want that. One, I want the easiest route to the final. Two, that's not the same Newcastle. Isak isn't there anymore. Right? It's a whole look team. They got Wissa, who can be dangerous. Elanga, Walter. Nope. Give me Fulham. But we have to deal with Palace. And Brentford, we need you to do an upset, man. Thiago, you need to rise, man. Pep, rest all these boys. All of them. But watch us. Watch City get knocked out. Watch Fulham advance. And watch us shit the bed against Palace next week. And then Chelsea would just sleepwalk this trophy and troll us again. And I will never give him a pass for sticking to his stupid formation. But it works for him. He's won playing this way, and he's not going to change. He will not change. 5-0 Chelsea. Light work. Big up to BBK in the chat. Another L for Army. Winning game for everyone. Go Navy. The only win that I'm concerned about today and tonight, the New York Knickerbockers, my friend. Yes. I've seen the Army win enough of those games. Bruno is throwing tantrums on the pitch if he can't make the Hollywood pass. He does. I don't like that, the whinging and the stuff, but he's brave with the ball. Our captain looks like he's out there doing bits because he looks busy and he makes safe passes. Safe passes is how we ended up with 14 draws last year. Chelsea will face Arsenal or Palace. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'd rather get Chelsea than Newcastle or City, honestly, because Maresca is a madman. Maresca could do some craziness in the semifinal. He could, right? 2 legs. And plus, it's good for us to go up against Chelsea over 2 legs, because all of a sudden you're going to see Chelsea fans over here. You might know that. You remember Chelsea Dan that was in here 2-3 weeks ago? We haven't seen him. His channel is still active, I'm sure, but we haven't seen him. Big up to AFC always. Hope you are good, my friend. Prayers to you and the family. Hope the recovery is going well. Odegaard has made 33 assists in 5 years in the Premiership. Ozil made 54 assists in 7.5. Remember, he didn't play for a full season. Yeah, didn't play for a full season. And then we had Giroud going for long stretches of not scoring. Yeah, he is not that. And that's, as much as the people like to tag Ozil with he was lazy line and he this and he did that, those were real assists too. These weren't, let me give you the ball on the Zubimendi assist in the Champions League. A 10-yard pass to Madueke and he runs and stops it in the top. No. The Ozil assist would play you one-on-one with the keeper. Or he would have the pre-assist. If pre-assist was being counted, he would make a line-splitting pass to where the overlapping fullback would just have a beautiful cross or a diagonal cutback for the striker. His passes would cut midfields open. Odegaard has that in him every once in a while. The one I remember, he did it against Chelsea with Kai Havertz in the 5-0. Other than that, I'm struggling. I got all of Ozil's assists programmed. The weight of the passes. No one knew what he was trying to do until he saw the winger one-on-one, Alexis going clean through on goal. So if we lose another defender or injury or 2, stick to 5 at the back, it's not going to work. Yeah, he'll promote an academy kid and play 4 kids back there, bro. He will. He will not change. He's stubborn as hell. Stubborn is the new thing for these managers, these new managers. And it ought to be like an unwritten rule where the old coaches or the OGs will tell these young modern-day coaches, like, look, motherfucker, stubbornness is like respect. You got to earn stubbornness. You can't come into the league with no CV coming into coaching with a couple of second place finishes talking about you are stubborn. No. You have to earn stubbornness like respect. Like a Pep can be stubborn, right? Fergie could have been stubborn. Wenger, Mourinho, these men can be stubborn because they've done something in football. Arteta and Amorim, these men haven't done anything in football to be stubborn in their ways. Like, bro, you are unproven. You have to prove yourself before you can stubborn. Home Alone said things. You'll have a full back lineup full of shit players, and you'll still think five at the back is the way to go. But I guess if you don't trust your defenders is when you play five at the back, because if you trust your center backs, then you play a flat back two and two fullbacks. But if they're not any good, you have depth in numbers, so you put two defenders instead of three because you don't trust the two. No, I feel like I'm turning into Amorim's lawyer here. Arsenal play 8 matches in January, or can see us winning 6 of those 8 games in the league. No, not with Odegaard back in the team. You notice that when he was out the team is when we won those 8 games, clean sheet, weren't even conceding shots and all that stuff. And he's a safe pass merchant, and we were still suffocating teams because we kept the ball. Odegaard can't pass. He's a sideways passer. Yeah, I was telling Views yesterday. How many times have we seen Odegaard out there looking busy, out there running around, gets the ball in a dangerous area, and 2-3 passes later, the ball is back at David Raya's foot. That is so frustrating. The most frustrating shit ever. Meanwhile, Zersky and Stesko will hold bench, while Dallo, Shaw, and Heaven will play center backs. That's how this idiot moves. Yeah, that's a fair point, isn't it? In my opinion, Odegaard is like the modern Ray Wilkins. Zersky saved our asses against Palace. West Ham couldn't deal with him winning all the balls. Then he gets subbed. We concede against West Ham, and he's been benched for 2 games. Yeah, even Tim Howard yesterday was calling on Amorim and said his substitution packages have cost Man United a couple of points this season, like well into a couple of points. And that's the frustrating part, isn't it? When it feels like you're shooting yourselves in the foot. Because if you look at the Premier League table, you just turn half of those draws. You have 5 draws, not even half. Just to say 2 of them. You turn 2 of those into wins. You're sitting on 30 points. You lost 4 games. You turn one of those losses in the wins. You're in 33 points. You're right in the thick of it, bro. Because everyone is saying that Aston Villa is in the title race on 33 points. So if you were in 33 points, you'd be right in the thick of it, 3 points behind Arsenal. So essentially, he is single-handedly taking you out the title race with these crazy packages, these substitution packages, and these back 5 lineups with Heaven but Martinez looked like he's coming back from injury, and it looks like he's a step short. We do a swap. You give us Odegaard, and we give you Harvey Elliott. Isn't Harvey Elliott at Villa? All right. Or the other one? What are your goddamn midfielders at Villa not playing? And that's what Unai is doing. Unai has a Liverpool player not playing him, and he has a Man United player, and he's not really playing. Isn't Sancho over there playing microwave minutes? But Unai somehow go 5-game winless, and he's still out there racking up wins, 3 points behind the league leaders. Big up to Dre still. Well, yeah, I know you have someone I don't know, but big up to Dre, and big up to the absolute legend that he is. E. Ross is in the building, people. Big up to E. Ross every single time, every day of the week, twice on Tuesday. Big him up.
Maybach music.
Where them I know, where them I try.
Welcome. Left and right, just how just a come. Left and right, better.
Power for the result, nothing to discuss.
Maybach music.
Big him up every single time. That's E. Ross, people. You know what the business is. You know what time it is when man enters the chat. We have to pay our rent. You gotta look stupid for saying Odegaard is the guy that would unlock Gyökeres. If he has someone else on the pitch with him, if Ethan is out there with him. So I do believe if we against Wolves, if we started Zubimendi or Declan Rice in the pivot, in the six, sitting, whatever, yeah, and we had Ethan and Odegaard on the pitch going that way with the Rock, I think Gyökeres would consider himself unlocked, but Igal will back anything that the manager says, right? And essentially, when someone asks me what a top gooner is, this is what I tell them. I say a top gooner is someone who they don't think for themselves. They listen to what the club and the manager says and just regurgitate the same shit, some word for word. Some of them put their own spin on it, but Arteta says Odegaard is a great captain and he's this and that, and they just believe it, even though we watch and see he doesn't do leadership. We know a leader when we see one. Like leaders are supposed to be respected, not liked. So when Arteta comes out and tells us that Odegaard, the team unanimously voted for him to be captain because they like him. That's it. They like him. You think those United players in the 90s and early 2000s voted for Roy Keane? You think they liked that son of a bitch? They didn't. They respected him though, because they know he was a leader. They know they could follow him he was taking them places. These players don't respect. Rivals don't look at Arsenal and be like, Odegaard is going to lead him somewhere. They see leaders in the team, but he's not one of them. I don't even think Saka is a leader. I don't like to see Saka with the armband. Not because I don't think he's a bad person or anything like that. Just an attacking player, a winger as your cat. No. Not when Declan Rice is on the pitch. Not when Gabriel is on the pitch. Bring Tierney back. Make him captain. He's at Villa. So I don't want him either, man. The biggest trade or change we can make right now is the coach. We can keep the squad and just get a different manager. And then when the new manager comes, he gets the choice of, hey, I want this 2 or 3 players, right? Not have to come into an entire squad overhaul. Big up to AJ. Big up to you, a good man. And the midfielder I'm taking on form for I'd actually take Szoboszlai for Odegaard. I would, but I don't even know if Arteta would play him because he likes certain amount of left-footed players on the pitch certain times. You know what I'm saying? E. Ross, the Don that he is, my friend. I'm going to be honest. I want Aston Villa to win the league so the war dies and he gets sacked and Arteta can fuck off. Rather, if he lets this happen, because then we would have seen 3 different managers win league titles on his head top during his process, tomato. It's one of the reasons why people beat up LeBron James, right? When people say LeBron James is not the GOAT because everyone has eaten on LeBron James's watch, right? When Michael Jordan was at his pump, no one else was winning championships, right? All of a sudden, LeBron James started winning championships. LeBron James takes over the league in like 07, 08, and all of a sudden, Paul Pierce is Kobe eating rings, Kawhi Leonard, Steph, Jokic, Giannis, all these men eating, everybody getting rings while LeBron is king. If King Arteta is letting Unai Emery beating him to a Premier League title, let a manager in Arne Slot that's never won the Premier League comes in and walk it. If all these men come and walk the Premier League on his head top, then all of a sudden the narrative is dead. But we don't even need Villa to win the league. If he doesn't win the league, regardless of who wins it, he has to be sacked. Because even, the Somali Michael Jackson himself tweeted the beginning of the season. If Arteta doesn't win the league, he has to go. Or if we get Gyökeres, we win the league. All those things have happened. Like, what's his weakness now? What's his gap? None. His gap is injuries. The excuse, injuries. Big up to all the Raiders. Big up to all the single Raiders coming over from Matty, the Southern Gooner. Big up for that, bro. That's love. Big up, man. Big up to E. Ross in the house. Odegaard will lose the captaincy soon. But you know what? I don't even think that will happen, Dre. You know why? Because he had the opportunity to do it. Odegaard has been out with injuries so many times. That's your opportunity. Slap the armband on Declan Rice and walk him out. And you just come back into the team. And the only time you can still be the vice captain. When Declan is coming off for his well-deserved rest, you can come off and get the arm. You can get the armband when he comes off. But he's had opportunity after opportunity to do this and didn't do it. He's defiant. He's hella defiant. Oh, that's my captain. He heard what Tony said. And he would be willing to fuck off the entire season to prove Tony wrong. Classic, bite off his own nose to spite his face type shit. He will do it. That's Arteta at his best. But it needs to happen. And I do believe that would actually help the player. The player would actually play football, not having to worry about keeping everyone happy. Nems called us the Red Spurs in the stream yesterday. That cloud need banning community-wide. But we know Nems is a fraud. So whatever he says is fraud-like, get it? Shell, not till we have a new manager. I'm hard pressed. Egal is a YouTuber, not a real supporter. Fake as fuck, in my opinion, just doing it to build up himself, to get noticed and make money at the club's expense. And to be fair, he's not the only one doing it, but that's spot on. I've always said he's a YouTuber who does football. No one can don't keep no ball. Because if it ever comes down to tactics, put him on a panel, because he been on panics with Kenny Ken on the Imposter Show and whatever. But when it comes down to the football and tactics, he has to be quiet. He can't speak. Especially when Kenny Ken is on there, because Kenny Ken is a football encyclopedia. It's just, but big up to Danny, big up to Dre. I said out of service. That's what Matt. I'm telling you, that boy Matt he has these catchphrases, out of service. Big him up, man. Guna Rican TV. As long as Mikel is manager, his son Odegaard will be captain, and his nephew Kai will be our starting striker. Big up to AFC 77. Now, big up to all the Raiders. Big up, love. Appreciate your comments in that. Consider subscribing to the channel. We do this daily. I am nowhere near the levels of Matty the Southern Gooner, but we do this daily, and we have a nice little community going on over here. Big up to F1 Zone. Big up. Andrew, big man. The Phoenix, big you up. Appreciate you popping back through. Figs, big you up. Dre said we need to win the league. After that, I support the club, not the managers. Tell him. La bum, la flop, la get the fuck out of here. The most overrated player of all time. Matt just put a sermon in down about the failings of Gyökeres and why the fan base shouldn't follow the narrative that he's been currently pushed. Yeah, because we have eyes in it. The thing is, that's what I'm saying. Whenever someone asks about a top gooner, just tell them someone who just don't think for themselves and just regurgitate the same shit that the club says. Because who's pushing this narrative? The people who back Arteta to the hills. Because the reason why we all and most of us wanted Gyökeres is because we know he knows where the net is, and he is come. How is it that every player that comes into this system looks flat, attacking wise? Every single one of our attackers come over and look like shit. You have to ask the question. He's the common denominator here. Did an entire stream on that the other day. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, big up. If he doesn't win the league, Arteta will resign and say, I have nothing else to give. Then he goes to Barcelona. Yeah, well, I tell you what, he goes to Barcelona, he will be there for 6 months because he has to deliver that league title. And there's pressure at Barcelona for the Champions League. Barcelona haven't won the Champions League since 2015, people. That's why they fired their own legend in Xavi Hernandez. And he won the league that year. He won the league and they still sacked him. They still sacked him because he dropped out of the Champions League spaces down to Europa and lost to Man United in the playoff. And they sacked him. A league-winning legend of their own club, and they sacked him. He will not last at Barcelona because he can't do the PR thing. The Spanish media will be on to his ass. He would not have that protection that he has from these London-based Ted Cotterhill and fucking Charles Watson, these men who are up his ass writing books and autobiographies on him. For what? You know, at some point we have to get back to incentivizing winning. You remember back in the day, like when the NBA players, they had to win a championship to get an endorsement. Now the kids coming out of college are getting shoe deals. So all of a sudden they don't work as hard. And you wonder why the league is shit. Now Odegaard is Arteta's love child. He's here to stay. Taking the armband away would prove the manager was wrong. And he is not that guy. He likes to control the narrative. We ever notice just how comfortable he looks in the press conferences and the pre-match press conferences, especially coming off of a win, regardless of the competition. So coming off a Champions League win, you know, against Club Brugge and going into the weekend, you know, it was all good. All the questions were soft and the mood in there was light, and the questions were about win the dog and shit. And everyone's happy. But on the run of when the whistle blows, he's no longer in control and he has another manager and 11 players on the pitch trying to undo what he's doing. He looks uncomfortable. He looks like a scared man on the sideline. I do believe he shit his pants when that goal went in on Saturday, whenever we played, out of sorts. Yeah. Big up to BX Gunner, man. Love child. Always meant to be love child. Arteta's favorite. The Supremes remix for Odegaard. He loves him, man. He absolutely loves him. Big up, man. Guna Rican against the Igal is the reason I started YouTube. Can't have man, the most vocal YouTube supporter from the Americas. Yeah. And you know that he is not going to change because he is relatively successful. You get the 30,000K subs doing what you're doing. Now he's not Goldbridge or AFTV or anything, but 30,000 subs is nothing to sneeze at. So he has a following doing what he's doing. So he's not going to change. The sad part is those 30,000 people actually think his football takes are valid. If you don't believe me, go look in the chat section after the roundabout or after he's on a panel with Aaron and one of us. You know, the show was going well until Aaron got here, until DJB got here, until Kenny got there, until Shane got there. Because they just want to hear this fake positivity shit. You know, they're enablers. This is what they are. You know, they're the type that gives their kids damn fucking ice cream for breakfast and wonder why they're fat. Big up, Highbury. Highbury local badger. Big up, man. Welcome all the Raiders people. Make sure that you are hitting the like on the video. A cheeky sub is always appreciated. Captaincy is not important. It is for him. I think he would be playing better if he was just the football. But I got you. We need to move on from Mikhail's favorite play style. Lack of evolution will cost us. Players year in on goal numbers are shrinking. That's the issue. He can't coach an attack. I do believe if we had a strong captain on the pitch can be a maverick and be like, no, we're not sitting back against Wolves. The fuck are we talking about? Sitting back against a team that has one Premier League goal away from the Molyneux? No. But they were told to sit back and they did it. They obeyed the manager. Now, if there was a captain on the damn pitch with a strong backbone and they decided, hey, let's push up the pitch and then we win that game 3-0, the hell with what Arteta says. Those players on the pitch will follow that leader. Because they have historical evidence this season of us sitting back and dropping points. Just go back to match week 9, away at the Stadium of Light. Don't have to go back far. The evidence is there. Big up, man. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Muleta. Big up to man like Static in the building. Social. Mikel is just a good coach. He's had more resources than the average coach. But his true level is unknown. Mike plans how a whole match will work out. And when things don't work out, Mikel plans a whole match on how things will work out. When things don't work out according to his plan, we struggle. So essentially, he doesn't have a plan B. Right? He can't make tactical adjustments. And tactical adjustments don't always have to be substitutions. You can just tell, hey, this player drop back, you push up, you and you switch. Like we used to see Deserby do it at Brighton all the time. Make tactical adjustment and just create an overload on one side. Make a tactical adjustment. You see a weakness in another team, right? And then you make an adjustment to target certain player. Kind of like how Vincent Kompany was targeting Skelly in the Bayern Munich game to the point where Arteta had to hook him, which we praised him for because we were seeing the same thing. Odegaard, Arteta's Danish poodle. Egal can't even answer questions if Arteta don't get sacked who he wants. And that's an easy question to answer, being a politician that he is. Because when people ask me that, you want Arteta sacked so bad, who do you want? Don't care. Don't care. There are people at the club who make tens of millions of pounds to figure that shit out. You do their due diligence. Right? Prior to 2024, none of the Liverpool fans knew who the hell Arne Slot was. None of them. And if they tell you that they did, they were lying. And if you gave them a poll when Klopp announced that he was resigning, yeah, if you ask the Liverpool faithful, okay, do you want to convince Jurgen Klopp to stay or trust this new manager Arne Slot coming in from Feyenoord? And you put it to a poll in any chat at the time, it would have been 90% Slot, Klopp stay, Jurgen. They had no idea who Arne Slot was, and he comes and wins them a league title, walks it. So they can go find our Jurgen Klopp. They can go find us our Arne Slot for that 1 year. They can go find our Pep. They can go find the next Wenger, who did a double in 2 years in on the job against the greatest manager to ever coach in this Premier League. So there are people out there. The club do their due diligence and go find the damn manager to coach the team. AJ, I'm tired of saying this. Luis Enrique, own words, I would love to work in England one day, and he would only cost 50 million pounds. Just pay it. Top manager. I would be over the moon for this. Man has won treble with 2 different teams, 2 different leagues. But there are Arsenal fans that will turn their nose up at Arteta. There are Arsenal fans who turns their nose up at Antonio Conte, saying he's washed. And then he goes to Napoli and wins that league after leaving Inter, after winning the league with them. He just wins. Like when he goes to Spurs. Arsenal have some supporters, the type who blame the victim for standing there and the aggressor for harming them. Yeah, upside down. We're backwards. Kimani, I really hope Berta is already making plans as we speak, coming up with a list. He's had to have already have this list, Kimani. If he is not doing this, then he is failing at his job. Because what if Arteta get hit by a bus tomorrow? The club is not going to fold. That's dereliction of duty if he is not doing that. Because you have to plan for life beyond. Arteta, hey, you coach the players you have. It's my job to look at the club for the next 3 to 5 years. It's Oda Dog, not Odegaard. I get it now. Exactly. Some of these injuries are him dropping players to fit into his plan. 100%. I'd put money on Arteta, who's never studied Gyökeres and Amorim as Sporting, stubborn like a motherfucker. Stubborn. And I'm like, you can be stubborn, but what grounds? No one will complain if Pep Guardiola do some stubborn shit. No one. But what grounds is Arteta being stubborn on? A couple of second place finishes in the FA Cup and Pep's endorsement. Nah, brother. Nah. You don't get to do that. I put money Arteta. Oh, shit, I read that one. Yeah. You don't get to do that. You get to win, then you can be stubborn. Yeah? Shaking my head. I'm missing all kinds of content today. Been shoulder deep. What? Okay. I've had all these mangoes tell me with hindsight they'd repeat this again. Give Arteta 6 years and a Billy to win nothing, brother. This right here. Yes, we expected Arteta to do better, says Eugene, but paying a bottling and not winning trophies was part of the process because he needed to gain experience. Let's give him a chance. Team top of UCL in the Premier League. But being on top of the Premier League in the UCL means nothing in December, Eugene. And you don't get to gain experience and bottle stuff at Arsenal Football Club as your first job. No, you go do that at Feyenoord. You know what I mean? Go do that at PSV Eindhoven. Go do that at Como. Go do that at Lons. Go in the Swedish league. You don't just get to manage Arsenal and drag us through pain with you. Sorry, I'm not signing up for that. Stubborn with no portfolio is criminal, Temmie. Criminal. On what grounds? Oh, but I used to put out accounts for Pep, so I know football more than most. I don't know. It's his job to convince us. It's his job to prove us that he can do this. Not our job to have blind faith in him. I'm not hearing that. Lester still ain't learned. Swear down. Big up BBK in the chat. Smash the likes, you pagans. Smash the likes, people. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I am not hostile. Just a passionate guy across the world who loves this club, who has put in excess of $80,000 supporting this goddamn club over the years. And I'm just tired of us seeing us not win. 33 likes, 6-6 watching. Arteta numbers. Can we get to 40? Big up, people. A short one today. Won't be here too long. I do have a flight to catch. Service for Glock and doing the 4-3-3 formation with no orchestrators is criminal. And infiltrating Glock is criminal. Bertha is an elite sporting director. He sees all this. Glock was a great signing for us and for the club, but not for Mikel, because Glock puts him in a bind and forces him to have to change his formation. Doc Yock makes him have to do some kind of tactical adjustments to his coaching philosophy, and he is being reluctant to do that. The whole thing Arteta Gyökeres is so stupid. Arteta has adapted to his tactics too much. Gyökeres has offered nothing. I mean, nothing. We'd be more central. The thing is, Gyökeres's profile is not what Havertz is, and not what Jesus is. It's not what Marino is up top. He's offered nothing, so he's scoring nothing. And if I agree with you there that he's offered nothing, he's being offered no service. So he can't score the chances that he's not getting. If he was missing an abundance of chances, I would hear it. Yep. Big up to the community, says E. Rouse. Please hit the like on your end, subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and he is not lying, people. It does. Same way the algorithm found you today, it will help find another viewer. Big up to Gary. Hope you are well. Man's out here being sympathetic towards the manager. 15.6 million. Paid very well. With or without Arteta, Arsenal would have still not won shit. Everything was out of order. I will suck Arteta if we don't win this year, but the disrespect is crazy. So a couple of things. With or without Arteta, Arsenal wouldn't have won shit. But this thing is, 6 months into the job, we won shit. So that the first part of your statement is not true, rookie. And big up with all the respect. No disrespect, none of the time. We don't do that here. But that's not true. With him in the first 6 months, we won shit. I will suck Arteta if we don't win this year, but it's not disrespect. It's accountability. And he needs a heavy dose of it. Someone has to hold him accountable. The board made a decision to hire an inexperienced manager and have stuck with it. Arteta will win us a major trophy this season, and come May next year, we'll all be celebrating. Let's back him. I've heard this exact statement this year. I've heard it last year. I've heard it year before last. What's different? And everyone who said this statement come May, even before May sometimes, comes February, March, April, have egg on their faces every fucking time. Bless up to all you legends, man. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Doc, I'm convinced none of the new Arsenal fan ever saw Roman's transformation of Chelsea. Never. It takes 6 years. No, it doesn't. He was in it. No, it doesn't. No. It does not. We're doing it wrong. That's why we're not winning. I've come to the conclusion that Blunderman is doing this on purpose, or he's obviously lacks common sense. He sees something a different way. Right? That's why when our right back is out, he reshuffles the entire back line instead of just making the obvious, hey, you split another right back. Or your left back is out. Calafiore's suspended. Just play the other left back that you played all of last season. It's Wolves. No disrespect to Wolves, but it's Wolves. Big up to Don, the Don conversation. Hope you're good, my G. Eugene, we ain't winning all this season. Be sure to show your face in May. There's nothing to support any claim we're winning anything. Yeah. And that's the thing. I can't hide, right? I do content, so I have to show up here and take the coin. Because all those Chelsea men, all those United fans, all the City fans, they will be here trolling, come May. But we must. What service when you have such poor movement? Again, agenda. It's not true. It's not true. There are so many clips floating around YouTube when he is making the right runs and Odegaard is looking at him. He is in his path and he dribbles the ball into traffic. Watch Mateta and Haaland in this league. Chances are minimal, so elite movement is needed. Yuck is not offering that. So the chances are minimal in this league. Again, not true. There's a reason why whenever Erling Haaland gets a chance, he doesn't snatch at it because he knows more chances are coming. There's an abundance of chances. Whenever a chance falls at Gyökeres' feet, he doesn't know when the next chance is going to come, so he snatches. He's desperate to score he's being starved. He's being starved, rookie. And you're not being all the way honest if you think Gyökeres is getting service. If you can send me a clip, Yuki, BBK Sports 23 on Instagram, or my information is on my page, right? If you can send me a clip of Gyökeres missing clear-cut chances that Odegaard has created for him, I will apologize to you. I will, 100%. We have 61 people in here, 61 witnesses. I will apologize to anyone who sends me a clip of Gyökeres missing the clear-cut chances that Odegaard has created for him. He only won the FA Cup because he was under pressure to perform. Didn't have his way, so he had to do his job. You can't let coaches run wild. People will only perform when forced to do accountability. Thank you, Social. Forced to do their job. That's called being accountable to someone. Make sure that we're hitting Don from Conversation with a cheeky sub. Go over there. That brother makes great content daily as well. Arteta got rid of Alba because he wasn't getting credit for his FA Cup win. Watch out. Watch out. There's an in the house. FA Cups and what that changed. We were winning those before Arteta. And what were you guys saying then? What we were saying, we were champions. We were FA Cup champions. A day out at Wembley is never a bad thing. Rookie, yesterday I was on with Brother Views, and I tell him, there are things that I get tired of. I get tired of my favorite food, right? You cook me oxtail and jerk chicken, my favorite fucking food. But I get tired of eating that shit from time to time. I get tired of my job, even though they pay me well for 24 years. I get tired of my kids. Sometimes I get tired of my wife. You know, the only thing in life I've never gotten tired of? Winning. I've never gotten tired of winning. So we were winning FA Cups. You thought I was tired of FA Cups? No, I want to win every single one of them. When my club is in a conversation we have won this the most times, it's a badge of honor that I wear. Why do you think Liverpool fans go into every stream and say, hey, we got the most heritage in the Champions League? They've won it the most times. We have won the FA Cup the most times. That is something we need to be proud of. Where did this stigma come from that it's only the FA Cup? No, sir. No. Come on, people. Come on, football family. I think he said yes. I think he did say yes to this. Big up, Red Skull. Odegaard misses 4 chances to play Gyökeres in the last match? Brother. Lego Head, who I don't rate, who's always been a loser, as a flaw he kept, and a captain with 0 creds protected Drews. I have no idea what he's doing at our beloved club. Fraud, understand one system. What a loser. Yes. Big up, man. Big up. Bring the Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. Big up. Social. Where did the people see Gyökeres miss compilation? I can find Havertz, Nunes. Oh, shit. Hey, Social. God damn it. There you go. You get applause. I can find all of them too, bro. Gyökeres has no count because the ball don't get played to him like that. Like, it's an agenda that they're running to push the accountability away from the manager. He cannot coach the attack. His attacking coaching skills are shit, and it's being exposed. Why do you, every team is slapping up Wolves? Wolves come to the Emirates and we're struggling. We needed them to score all the goals for us. Why do you think that? You see that look on his face? That the whole world is seeing me fuck this up at home. At the Emirates, the whole world is seeing that I can't put any goals past this team. Then you come out and have the cheek, have the gall to talk about the margin should have been bigger. Based on expectations, yes. Based on the performance, hell no, we didn't deserve to win that game. We didn't. Don't say that too loud, BBK. Yo. Baby, I get tired of you from time to time. I tell you. You get on my nerves, but I love you though. But I'm saying, I've never gotten tired of winning an FA Cup. I don't know where this generation gets this shit from. We were only winning FA Cups. You goddamn give me more of that. These same men blame Victor when he started to perform. They changed their minds. Now, to the point where all these people who are blaming Gyökeres and protecting the manager don't want Gyökeres to succeed either. Because then they're going to have to hold corn from us and be like, bro, we told you. Man's going to back the goals, but brother. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. The question was, if he doesn't win anything this year, would you sack him? How about Ozil, Guendouzi, Tierney, ESR probably still walking to our first team today. Laka still comes off the bench, so it's a waste of time and money with the fraud. Yeah, this trophy record. Horrid. Every real striker he struggles to get anything out of, but give him a false nine and he creams his pants. Yeah. We used to call Chelsea the striker graveyard when Morata and Lukaku and all these other men used to go there and die. Now we have that mantle has been passed us. Arsenal, the graveyard of strikers. Under Arteta's system, the graveyard of strikers. He inherited a golden boot winner in Aubameyang. Aubameyang that was getting creativity from Iwobi and Mkhitaryan and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, how is Arteta facilitating for Yuck? Instead, he's made it harder for Yuck to score. As they was balling, takes him off. Oh, the ghost. How is that productive? Question BBK, is it possible that Blunderman outs are not seeing something? When you find out, let me know. I think I've been watching football quite a long time. You know, I know a title-winning team when I see one. Whenever teams would score on us during the Wenger days, I'd be annoyed, but I knew we would score. I knew we would get back. Now when teams score on us, I get, oh shit, we're not coming back from this because our attack is so dead. He must get sacked. He must. His success rate in any of our fields, he would have been sacked long time ago. Arteta goes completely against Arsenal football philosophy, bruv. We are starved and trophyless. So that's what I'm saying. Starved and trophyless. And people were saying we were only winning FA Cups. No, give me more of them. Let's get to 20. Let's stack the shit out of them. You know, quarters and dimes matter too. It's not all about the paper dollars. When Arteta gets sacked, my options would be Peter Bosch or Xavi. Throw Luis Enrique on there. Just a proven manager. Someone who's win. No more of this project shit. If we are the third biggest club in England, then we deserve exactly where we be with our fan base is, unfortunately. Facts, Eros. Facts. Big facts. Big up to Vigilante. A gentleman's Jack. Streaming partner. In crime. It's on Arteta. You can't give a guy who scored 100 goals at Sporting come here and get scraps. They wanted this the Portuguese league. So why has Gyökeres replacement not scoring at the same rate? And even when he was there, Gyökeres was scoring like 50-something goals. The next closest person was like 20-something. If it was that easy, everyone will do it. Now, there is Portuguese tax. I will agree with that. However, Darwin Nunes' example is different because he was missing the chances that he was getting, but he was being created for. He was just missing them all. I want to see Gyökeres miss those chances before I throw him in the bin. Don't waste your any more money on Arteta. Needs to sack, get Luis Enrique or Zizou. Arteta has the efficiency of a stormtrooper of Anthony Bennett out of service delayed. Big up, Matty, man. Big up. I am not happy with us not winning trophies, but I have supported this club for over 20 years. We need trophies, Premier League and UCLs. I was here when FA Cups was not enough for anyone, but the standards have fallen below that now, to where people are saying, I don't want the FA Cup. It has to be a major. No. You can't be getting knocked out of FA Cup to that shit Man United team from last year. Getting knocked out of the FA Cup to a championship Nottingham Forest team. No, that's below the level. The FA Cup should be the bare minimum. You know, a hungry will accept anything. When you get beyond starving, you will accept anything. Yeah, man, facts. 100% AJ. Arsenal can one day change that, but with this fan base, Arteta it's not going to happen anytime soon. Just have to start winning. You know what? And Arteta has the power to shut us all up. Just win. People, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. I do have a flight to catch. The VBK Sports Show will be going on the road. We're in Atlanta. We're in North Carolina area. We're in New York for the next 3 weeks. We'll be back here in January time. But it's been a wonderful conversation. Out of service. Big up to all the Raiders. And please, people, please do subscribe to the channel. We will be back. We will keep this conversation going. A lot of points were made. Rookie said a lot of things, but some of that stuff I do have to challenge, but I do have to go. Airport security lines be long these days. I don't have my own private jet yet. The VBK Sports is not there yet. But big up to every single one of you. Like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.
Play the motherfucker.